day, grade 12 students of First National High School. My name is Teacher Janica Ardebo and I will be your teacher in English for Academic Purposes Program or EAPP.
Have you written a poem or letter or composition about anything? Can you distinguish what is the difference between academic and non-academic texts? Well, in today's lesson, we will learn what are the different examples of academic texts and what is the difference between academic and non-academic text. So what are you waiting for? Grab your pen and paper, your module, and your gadgets. Make sure that you are in a comfortable place for our learning. I hope you are ready to learn. So here are our objectives for today. But before we start our lesson, let us have a fun exercise first. This is Game Quiz. Who wants to be a millionaire?
This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire GCash edition. Are you ready? Select our category. And our category is multiple choice. First question. The following are examples of text except one. Correct answer is A, radio broadcast. Question number 2. Which of the following is an example of formal text? The correct answer is letter C, research paper written by a researcher. Question number 3. Which of the following is a characteristic of academic text? The correct answer is A, formal. Question number 4. Which of the following is a non-academic text? The correct answer is letter B, reaction paper. For last question, question number 5. Common research includes information which of the following is not valid. Answer is letter D, essay article of a blogger.
I hope that you have fun in our activity. Now, moving forward, let us now discuss what is academic text and why do we need to study it. Are you ready to learn? Poems, essay, composition, novel, or your favorite love stories in Wattpad? These are all examples of non-academic texts. Now, can you distinguish what are the similarities among these examples? Correct. These examples are all fictionated, which is personal, emotional, and impressionistic or subjective in nature, meaning to say it is not based on the facts and different kind of historical background. A book review, a research paper, thesis, reaction paper, or dissertation are all examples of academic texts. Now, what are the similarities among these examples? Correct again. These are all based on the data and facts. Can you now tell what are the difference between academic and non-academic texts? Remember, academic texts based on facts. However, the non-academic texts based on opinion, personal, and subjective by nature. To be a good academic writer, you need to learn the different specific styles and structure for your discipline. A good way to know what are the discipline in academic texts are going through with different kind of examples. First one is literary analysis. Second, we have research paper. And third is the dissertation. Now let us discuss it one by one. I know you are familiar with these three, but let us discuss it further. Literary analysis is an example of a tool wherein you examine, evaluate, and make an argument about a literary work or a certain topic. For example, your science teacher let you watch a story about global warming, and afterwards, your teacher wants you to write a reflection paper or reaction paper. This reaction paper can serve as your output. And while the teacher is criticizing your reaction, this is what you call the process of literary analysis. Another good example is when you watch a movie and then after that, you have your thorough discussion. Another discipline is a research paper. It is used outside information to support a thesis or make an argument. Research paper is a common research source include data, primary resources. For example, historical records and secondary sources. For example, peer review or scholarly articles. Another type of academic text is what you call dissertation. Dissertation is a document submitted at the conclusion of the PhD program. Dissertation is a book-length summarization of the doctoral candidates for research.
Another characteristic of academic text is text structure. There are two types of text structure. The first one is the three-part essay structure, and the second one is the IMRAD structure. Now let us figure out what are the parts and the differences between the first and second structure. Ready?
Have you written an essay? Alright, so meaning to say you have a prior knowledge what is this kind of text structure. The three-part essay structure is a basic structure wherein it composed of three different things: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Now let us discuss it part by part. Introduction. The main purpose of introduction is to clearly tell the reader what is the topic all about, the purpose, and the structure of the paper. There are mainly three different parts of introduction. First is the most general information. Second is the core of the introduction. And the third one is the most specific information. Although introduction is the first part of your essay, remember, you need to write your introduction after you know both all over the point of view and the whole structure of your paper. Then afterwards, revise the introduction when you have completed the main body. It is also important that you go back to the three main parts of introduction, namely as general information, core of introduction, and the most specific information. Here are some tips for you to be a good writer when it comes to text structure using the three-structure essay. First one, when you are writing your introduction, it is important that your introduction and conclusion should be shorter than the body of the text. Second tip, for shorter essay or 1 to 2 paragraphs, for each of these sections can be appropriate. Now, for the longer text or thesis, they may be several pages long. But always remember, when you are writing an academic text, do not base on your personal opinion. Rather, gather facts and different kind of data. IMRAD structure is used for thesis and dissertation. This section of IMRAD structure composed of 4 different parts. First is the introduction, second is the methods, and the third is result, and the last one is the discussion. let us have a short recap using this Venn diagram. Now let us figure out what are the difference between a tree structure essay and IMRAD structure. Okay, so these are the differences between the two of them. I hope you learned a lot from our lesson for today. A few reminders and key notes. Academic text is a formal form of writing, and it is usually written by academic person, written in a third-person point of view, and it is also factual, evidence-based, and depends on the higher educated scholars and researchers. And it also needs solid structure. Use three main structure of essays and the IMRAD structure. So always remember that academic text is facts-based. Now, I think you are ready for an assessment. Grab your paper and let us have a short quiz. Who among you got perfect score? Good job! Job well done! I hope you learned a lot from our lesson and enjoy our fun activities. Now, for your assignment, I want you to write a reflection paper of what you have learned today. Again, this is Ma'am Janico Artabu, your EAPP